So the question is, with the second impeachment, does anything actually change? Let's talk about that. All right. So yesterday, the House of Representatives down in Washington, D.C., did in fact vote to impeach President Trump. They impeached him for the second time now. I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes talking about what I feel and what I think about this. Of course, I am not a constitutionalist. I am not a social scientist. I am not a political scientist. I am not a news source. I am not a lawyer. I am not even right now a politician. I am not any of these things, but I do have an opinion and I like to share it. So what we've got currently as we speak is, and we're going to go through the New York Times this morning, impeached twice, now faces a Senate trial. Okay, so without going in here and just reading news stories, the gist of what I'm getting so far is that there were 10 Republicans in the House, 10 Republicans, one of which is my local representative in New York State's 24th Congressional District, John Katko. John Katko did indeed vote for President Trump. He made some statements to the effect of if he had known back then what he know now, and he wouldn't have thrown support for Donald Trump. I mean, whatever. That is what it is. It's politics. With 10 members of the House of Representatives shifting over to vote for impeachment, that is not anywhere near a majority that I would, or I mean, a number or percentage of Republicans that I would personally like to see. I find it unfortunate. I read or heard an interview this morning with Representative Cloburn out of South Carolina, and he was also surprised at how few there were. Now, his job as the majority whip of the House is to find votes, and so he clearly would have had conversations with a number of Republicans leading up to that, and he kind of alluded to those conversations in the interview that I heard, saying that a number of people said that he should be impeached. These are Republicans, said that Trump should be impeached, but that they could not vote for it. Okay, that's fine. Party politics is still alive and well in Washington, D.C. It doesn't appear to be going anywhere. The reality is that, across the country, one thing that the Trump phenomenon has shown us is that there is a large number of people forming an electorate that are sympathetic to, if not sycophantic to, President Trump, and that they will vote for him no matter what he does. I've seen it in my social media feeds. There are people that really think that he has done nothing wrong, even now has done nothing wrong. Even in his statements that were completely lacking of any contrition the other day, they don't feel that he has done anything wrong. And those people make up the same base percentage of voters that said that he was doing a good job. His popularity rating and his job performance ratings always hovered in that mid-30s range throughout his whole presidency, on a slow decline over the years, but they've always maintained the same. And these are a group of people in this country that are made up of a number of different reasons why they support Trump. I mean, it's not all racism, clearly, but a chunk of it is. A lot of it's classism. A lot of it's a rebuke of the PC culture. A lot of it is this desire to see somebody more like themselves in Washington, somebody less intellectual, somebody less elite. And the funny thing is Donald Trump literally pitches himself on being a billionaire and living this lavish life of wealth. When we all know the reality is that he's had a number of bankruptcies and failed ventures. And, perhaps in the minds of these people across the country that vote for him and support him and still fly his flag, maybe they find in those flaws something that makes them feel connected to him. Because maybe their lives are a series of failures as well. And so they find themselves connected to Donald Trump for those reasons. I mean, I honestly don't know. That is a test for sociology and psychology that can go on for decades after this. I mean, who really knows what it all means? As far as anything else in here, that is a big thing. No, not really. So what's going to happen now with the impeachment? I got off on a tangent there. What's going to happen now? Well, Mitch McConnell has, and this is leaked out into the press, and perhaps it's true, perhaps it's not. We don't know. But it's leaked out into the press that Mitch McConnell is for the impeachment. Now, the thing that we see in politics, and I don't know who watches these videos or what your extent of knowledge is on how Congress works and why the branches are so different. But senators tend to have a safer course in these kind of votes. And for one reason is because a number of these senators either just got elected or they're not going to see an election for 4 more years. So, some too, but I think most of them aren't going to see an election again for 4 more years. So they can pass impeachment or find him guilty in the Senate, because in the Senate it's actually a trial. Find him guilty in the Senate, remove him from office, even though it won't take up until he's out of his office. But vote for impeachment, and they don't have to worry about it because people tend to have a short memory about these kind of things, even something as big as this. And those with 4 years to go or 6 years to go, they can actually vote their conscience. They can vote on the facts and not have to play this game where they're following party lines to protect Donald Trump. If the Senate does impeach him, and that would possibly end up with a lifetime ban on running for office. He would lose his pension from the presidency. He would lose his Secret Service detail of protection, along with a number of other things. Also, his protections from any protections from prosecution. And I do still firmly believe that this all ends with him going to prison in one shape or form or another. I mean, obviously that's a maximum security prison, but I do not, in my core, believe that he is just going to walk away from this presidency. And not only not walk away out, away from legality, but I don't think he would be able to keep his mouth shut. I mean, he's been silenced on Twitter, but he'll find a way to circumvent that. Some lawsuit, go to the Supreme Court, they're going to vote in his favor. Who knows what it'll end up being. But those people that make the decisions right now as to whether or not they prosecute Donald Trump post-White House time, those people realize he won't go away. He's been a danger to this country. He's done unspeakable things to damage our status in the world, the way that other countries look at us and the way we look at our own people, the division in this country. While he did not create political division, he has stoked it into a fever, much in the same way that Republicans did during Obama's time in office. Obama did not stoke fear and feelings of angst. That was Mitch McConnell when he said things like, "I'll make sure this man is a one-term president, and we will not allow anything that Obama wants to get done happen." The political division in this country, I don't care what you say, has been stoked by the right. Now, the left, we're guilty of attacking each other. The Democrats, because we're a coalition, we tend to fight with each other, fight with Republicans even less. Just the nature of the beast. So, on a side note, I was supposed to go down for the inauguration. Clearly, I don't feel it's safe to right now. While I was at one time an active duty member of the United States Marine Corps, I do not want to walk in the middle of an insurrection or a revolution. I am 45 years old. Those days are long past me. And while nothing may happen next week for the inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden, the mayor of D.C. has even said that she does not want people traveling to that city or into that area from outside. Keep away, keep away, keep away. So I had a room with the Sheraton Hotel Suites. Sheraton Suites in just outside of D.C. And because of the nature of people choosing to travel for events like the inauguration, they had a no refund, no cancellation policy in place, which makes complete sense. They don't want people booking the rooms early and then their candidate doesn't win, so they decide not to go, and then they lose out on that money. So I understand that, right? I understand how that kind of stuff works with travel. I travel all the time. I understand no cancellations. But when the mayor and Homeland Security and President-elect all say that they do not want people in the D.C. area, I think that hotel chains should be thinking twice. Airbnb canceled all reservations for the Airbnb service in the D.C. area for next week and this weekend. I don't understand why I'm having such a hard time getting Sheraton hotels Sheraton hotels, I'm talking to you. I don't understand why I'm having such a hard time getting them to give me a refund. And in fact, I don't even care if I get a refund. I would just like to get a credit. I would love to stay at their hotel just a different time. I go to DC fairly often. I will stay there again. I just don't understand why they're basically saying, we're keeping your money, screw you, even though you can't come. And there are thousands of people that had booked hotel rooms in that area that cannot go. And I understand that everybody's hurting right now, but they're just literally taking money for nothing at this point. Anyway, that's my rant. Shorter video today because the last couple have been pretty long. I hope you enjoy what I'm doing here. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel if you could. That would be great. If you do, please make sure to click the notification bell as well. And like this video if you liked what I did today. Share it with your friends, man. I'm trying to grow up the channel. I don't know what I did over the last couple of days, but I picked up a dozen or more subscribers over the last couple of days. So thank you to all you new people that have subscribed to the channel. I hope you enjoy the content. I'm going to kind of keep it this way for a while. I'm enjoying it. Oh, one other thing real quick before I do my little goodbye monologue. I said I was going to talk about the process of running for office myself, and I am doing that. I have not made a public announcement yet. That's still yet to come. But one thing I did do yesterday that I think is going to be beneficial for me, whether I win or lose, because I've been wanting to get more involved here locally as it is. I set up a Facebook group yesterday. It's called Improving Camillus, which is the town that I'm actually running for, called Improving Camillus. And I'm building that up just to make a coalition. And I want both sides. I'm not looking for just Democrats. I want everybody that lives in Camillus to get involved with this page. And I want to have a forum for discussion, open discussion with citizenry, the residents, about the things that matter to them as it pertains to policy and politics in this town. I'm hoping that'll get my name out there a little bit more, because the one thing is for sure, with the pandemic going on, normal campaigning is not going to be a thing this year. We still haven't gotten any indication from the state government or at the federal level what requirements are going to be in place for canvassing for signatures to get on the ballot. Normally you have to get a certain number of signatures based on the size of your electorate in your district, but knocking on doors is not exactly a safe venture, certainly not right now, and the petition process often starts in the next few weeks. So we're waiting on word from that. But I set up this group to give me a place to ask pointed questions to the citizenry of this town to find out what it is that they want out of their elected representatives and what changes they want to see to improve the town that we live in. So that's my first step, my first real steps in this process. We'll see what happens from there. I will certainly keep you up to date, because that's one of the things that I want to cover this year on this channel. So thank you for watching today's episode of the Daily Octane. There's a couple of videos right here if you want to click on one of these videos and see some other stuff that I've talked about in the past, as well as there's a thing right here, right about here, I think, where you can subscribe to my channel. Click on that, find out more about me, and I will see you tomorrow on another episode of the Daily Octane. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. See you tomorrow. Bye.